Hello, I'm Susan Woods of Susan Woods Nonprofit Solutions. Thank you for your time. I complete the Form 1023 application for recognition of exemption to help clients earn 501c3 nonprofit status. Since 2010, I've completed 385 application packets for clients in 21 states. My approval rating from the IRS is 100%. And the reason that my approval rating is perfect is because of the steps I use to complete the application packets for my clients. The first step in the process is to reserve a phone consultation. During the 1-hour phone consultation, I'll allow my potential clients to explain to me the nonprofit vision that they have and the plans they would like to implement in the communities that they want to serve to enhance them. If their vision and plans align with the IRS requirements for a 501c3 nonprofit organization, I will let them know. I will also let them know if they don't align, because I do not accept clients when I know their vision and plans are not going to be approved by the IRS. When I let them know that their vision and plans are eligible for 501c3 status, then I ask them if they would like to use my services or if they would like to hear more about my services. If they say yes, then I explain the following. When a person hires me to complete their 501c3 nonprofit application, I send them a contract. The contract outlines everything that I do to help you earn the status. For example, when I complete an application packet for my clients, I provide what I consider a concierge service. You don't have to do anything. I complete all of the documents for you from scratch, one by one. And as I complete the documents, I send them to you for your review and feedback. I will revise the documents up to 3 times to make sure that you are pleased with them before we submit them to the IRS. So let me give you some more detail. Let's say you hire me to complete your Form 1023 application for recognition of exemption in order to earn 501c3 status. After you read the contract and you process my service fee, then I will send you a timeline. The timeline will list all of the documents that I will complete for you from scratch. The timeline lists the date in which you can expect to receive the document and the date in which I would expect to receive your feedback on the document. The documents that I complete for you are as follows. Number 1, I will complete the application to file the Articles of Incorporation in whatever state you plan to operate. Number 2, I will secure the Employer Identification Number Letter or EIN Letter for you through the IRS website. Number 3, the document that I would the first document that I would create from scratch for you is the Bylaws. The Bylaws governs the operations of the nonprofit organization, and it must be written so that it is approved by the IRS. I will write the Bylaws for you from scratch, and again, I will send the document, the Bylaws, to you for your review and feedback. So let's say you have some feedback. I will complete, or like I said, I will create 3 drafts of all of the documents that I create for you until you are happy. So if you have feedback, that's great. I will make the changes that you recommend and send it back to you as a second draft. If you have more changes, I will send it back to you as a third draft. And I complete the same process for all of the documents that I create from scratch. The next document I create is called the Your Activities document. The Your Activities document is the heart of your application packet because it tells the IRS exactly what you want to do in the community, the services you want to provide, the clients you want to serve, the location of your services, everything you want to do. I create that document for you from scratch. If you have information you want to include, of course, I include it, but I create it in a way in which the IRS will approve. The next document I create for you is called a financial data report. The financial data report lists the projections, the revenues and expenses and projections, so that the IRS will know approximately how much money you would need to provide the services that you explained or that you defined in the Your Activities document. The next document that I create from scratch for you is called Fundraising Activities. The Fundraising Activities document is a document that explains how you plan to raise money. How do you plan to raise the money that you listed in the financial data report? Are you going to use grants? Are you going to charge tuition? Are you going to charge service fees? Are you going to have fundraising activities? Are you going to ask for donations? Are you going to have a donation button on your website, or all of the above? But the fundraising activities document explains exactly how you plan to raise money. The next document I create for you is called a conflict of interest policy. And this conflict of interest policy pretty much just tells the IRS, we are asking for permission to earn 501c3 status to offer these services for the benefit of the community and not for just personal gain, with the exception of earning a salary. I create that document for you from scratch and send it to you for your review and feedback. So let me summarize the documents that I create for you, or that I acquire for you. The first document that I require or do for you or create for you is called the Articles of Incorporation. The second document is the EIN Letter. The third document, the Bylaws. Document number 4 is a Your Activities document. Document number 5 is the Fundraising Activities document. Document number 6 is the Financial Data Report. Document number 7 is a Conflict of Interest policy. All of those documents I create for you. Like I said, it's like a concierge service. Once those documents are created, then I will, and you approve them, and you approve them in writing, then I will upload them to the Form 1023 application. I will complete that information on the Form 1023 application. Then I will attach those documents to it. And then I will let you know, okay, your Form 1023 application is ready for your review and feedback. That way you can go and look at the full application packet. Once you've approved that packet, then you will submit the packet yourself to the IRS, along with the IRS processing fee. Once you've done that, then you will let me know, and then we'll wait. We will wait together. I will remain on your team as your support person until you receive notification from the IRS that you've received approval, a determination letter from the IRS, which means you've been approved for 501c3 status. Now, the IRS requests 6 months to process an application packet. Normally it doesn't take that long, but that's the request. If during that time frame, the IRS reaches out to you and says, hey, we have questions, we need clarifications on different things, just let me know. I respond on your behalf. You don't have to worry about it. I do everything for you. All you have to do is let me know the changes and the edits you want on your documentation. That's it. We work together. We follow the timeline so you would know exactly when to expect documents to review and give feedback. And once they're all approved, like I said, then I will upload them to your packet. And then you will send it to the IRS. And we wait together. Now, after you receive your determination letter from the IRS, then you are on your own. You're ready to offer the services in the community because the IRS has said, yes, you can go ahead and do this. You have 501c3 status. What makes me different from other companies and consultants that provide the same service? I believe the main thing that makes me different is the fact that I've done this. I have experience. I have my own 501c3 nonprofit organization that I started in 2006. I ran it for several years, very successfully. Another thing that makes me different, if you will, is the fact that I complete the application packets from scratch. I use the long Form 1023, the standard version, not the easy version, but the standard long version, because it's important to include the documents for the IRS to actually read and review. With the EZ, you don't have to do that. You just have to attest that you've done it. I don't believe in that strategy because it leaves too much room for assumptions and misunderstandings. But when you submit the documents to the IRS for them to review, there's no excuse. There's no reason why the IRS would deny your application because they've read what you plan to do and they've approved it. And you can rest assured that they understand what you want to do because they've approved what you've written. That makes the difference. Another thing that makes it different is because, or makes me different rather, is because I care. I really care about my clients and what they want to do. I immerse myself in the application. It becomes like it belongs to me. I treat it as if it's my own application. I do research to create the case for the application, to make sure the IRS knows that this is a bona fide need in this community. That requires research on the community to provide the data that supports the need. I do all of that. I even care about the presentation of the documentation. How does it look? Does it look appealing? Because think about it, the exemption specialists that read these application packets all day long, that's what they do. So my goal is to make sure that your application packet is visually appealing, presenting information in the way the IRS needs it to be presented. That makes their job easier, and the favorability of them approving your application packet goes up. I've been doing this work since 2010, as I mentioned. 385 application packets approved. And this is what I love to do. I love knowing that I am indirectly having a positive impact on communities that I would never see in my life, all over the United States. It gives me great pride in knowing that I am helping someone enhance their communities that's going to benefit so many people that I would never know. I'm Susan Woods of Susan Woods Nonprofit Solutions. I'm inviting you to reserve a phone consultation at www.trustsusanwoods.com to let me hear you explain what you want to do through a 501c3 nonprofit organization in your community, and for you to hear me explain how I can help you reach your goal. Thank you and have a great day.